Hello, and welcome to this information session on how I can support you, so how we can work together in 2021. I thought it would be useful to come on and talk you through the different resources that are available to you, the programs, the one-to-one coaching, the group memberships, and so on, to really make sure that you have the clarity on how you could possibly accelerate your progress and work with me now going forwards and take things to the next level. So first of all, if you're new to my community, a massive warm welcome. My name is Anna Lundberg. I'm the founder of One Step Outside. Everything you've ever wanted is one step outside your comfort zone. I'm the author of Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, stories from people who've done it and how you can too. And I'm the host of the Reimagining Success podcast. And I'm here to help you reimagine the next phase of your career, to really intentionally design a life and a business that's going to allow you that freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment outside of the conventional 9 to 5. And so first of all, I'm going to dive straight into this. I want to talk you through, of course, all the free resources that are available. Because again, if you're new to the community, you may not be aware of the year's worth of content and freebies and materials and channels where you can interact with me, get more support, and really get started. So if you are new and you're perhaps not ready yet to invest in yourself, in your business, then these are really great for you to get started. So the first place I like to direct you to, of course, is the Facebook group. So if you are active on Facebook, the Facebook group is a fantastic place to be active. So we have, of course, this wonderful like-minded group of people working on reimagining success. So already being part of that community, I think, is such an incredibly important stepping stone. It's something that can really help you build your confidence and resilience. It can reassure you that you're not alone in this process, because you definitely aren't. You can share your own experiences, you can cheer other people on, you can get that cheerleader support as well, you can celebrate your wins, you can ask questions and so on. So the Facebook group, of course, One Step Outside on Facebook, or onestepoutside.com/community will redirect you as well, is a fantastic place to be. So of course, I know many of you are already here, so massive welcome and thank you for staying with me and being loyal contributors as well, and supporting us all here in the group. Now, the Facebook group, there is daily interaction going on, and it's really increasing engagement as we speak. So really exciting to see lots of people contributing and sharing and getting more involved. So there's already daily interactions and posts and articles and tips and all sorts. Of course, we have the monthly one-step workshop, which is a free workshop, anything from half an hour to an hour. We tend to go over lots of content to cover on topics that are voted for by the group. And we also have the quarterly, at the moment, escape plan workshops. So these are workshop series that really help you to move through what I call the 5 pillars of a sustainable escape plan. So this is all, of course, free, all going on in the Facebook group. However, I know some people aren't active on Facebook, so I do just want to give you an alternative. Now, even for those of you who are in the Facebook group, the YouTube channel is a great place to be. So you can have a look at Anna S.E. Lundberg, you can search, and I'll post the URL down below as well. But the YouTube channel really is a depository now of all these past workshops, of all the little mini videos that I've been posting every week for many years, and interviews, the so-called Fearless Fridays career transition interviews to get inspiration and tips from other people who've gone through this process, and lots more. So do subscribe to the YouTube channel. That will give you access to lots and lots of content, and especially if you're not active on Facebook, that gives you, unfortunately, not the live version just yet of the workshop, but at least you get the recording then after the fact. So YouTube is a great place to be. Now, what else? Well, of course, we have the podcast. So if you're not a fan of sitting watching videos, and in any case, if you do enjoy listening to audio, I think it's such a great way to get that bite-sized inspiration, really some practical tips on the go when you're commuting, or if you're doing the dishes or going for a walk or whatever. Do search for Reimagining Success on your favourite podcast app. So Reimagining Success with Anna Lundberg. There's a new episode every Thursday. We've been doing that for over 2 years now. And again, cycling through the content on these 5 pillars, whether it's big picture philosophy, inspiration, motivation. We work on mindset, so developing your confidence and resilience. We look at choosing the right business model, who your clients are, and so on, how to create a more passive income. We look, and this is one of my favorites, at how to build your personal brand platform. to really attract the right clients. And again, another of my favorites, looking at work-life integration in terms of how can you make all this work around your children, your travels, or whatever else, all the other important things and people in your life. So again, the Reimagining Success podcast, and I will be putting all these links below as well, is a great resource for you to complement what you're learning perhaps in the group and on YouTube or via books or with a coach or whatever. I always share episodes also with my clients and encourage my paying clients as well to listen to the podcast, because it's a really fantastic resource. Again, comprehensive, many podcast episodes now, and of course more to come, that can really complement and help you to immerse yourself, I guess, in these topics. And finally, of course, the book, and I should grab it out here. I've got a few copies over here. I know that a lot of you have this by now, and there'll be other books coming soon too. So Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, stories from people who've done it and how you can too. It's available globally on your local Amazon, and you can get it in paperback and Kindle format. And it's a collection of 50 stories of other people who have gone through this transition of leaving more or less a corporate job. It's a little bit fluid. It's not always corporate, but some kind of job as a full-time employee to change sector, so into maybe the tech sector or into non-profits, not always setting up on your own. There is the going freelance, of course, which arguably I count still as working for yourself and having your own business, but I know some people perhaps don't. Launching your own business and creating a portfolio career, which is one of my favourite things to do, in the sense that it's really a great fit for multi-passionate people. You can have a bit of freelancing, consulting and coaching, or a product business and a service business, you know, so you can really build out a couple of different businesses that will diversify your income and also give you both perhaps the financial reward and, on the other hand, the satisfaction of doing some really fulfilling, meaningful work. And then finally, taking a leap of faith. So people who just, like me, when I quit my job back in 2013, who just took a leap of faith and hoped, let the chips fall where they may, and would figure it out after they'd left. So again, Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, great place to start if you're new to the community. Find that by searching on Amazon, or you can go to leavingthecorporate9to5.com, and that will redirect you as well. There are other freebies and resources available as well on the website. So onestepoutside.com is the final resource I'd like to share with you. There is a quiz at the time of recording, at least on the homepage, where you can really, and that's again a really great place to start, in fact. So go to onestepoutside.com. There's a quiz where you can answer a few simple questions. It takes a couple of minutes, and then it will actually direct you to the best resources. So specific podcast episodes, specific programs and so on that are going to be the best fit for you, and of course to invite you to a call as well. So again, if you're now thinking, what's the next step for me? What should I do? Or if you're just really at the beginning of the journey, then do check out that simple little quiz on onestepoutside.com. So, as you can tell, that's a lot of free content already available. Again, the Facebook group, YouTube channel, podcast, book, and the website, of course. I do want to talk you through my core programs, because I know that a lot of you are new to the group and we can get lost. I'm talking about different programs and which one is it again? And is that the right fit for me? Or am I too far along? Am I too early on in the process? So let me take you by the hand and lead you through the different options that are available to you. The best thing, of course, is always to get in touch with me. Send me a message and we can get on a call, and then we'll talk through, where are you exactly? Is this the right time to work together? And what would be the best fit for you, working one-to-one or in a group setting? Which of the programs would be best? But let's start with one-to-one coaching. That's something that a lot of you ask about, and it's something I do still, despite the group programs, but of course in a more limited capacity because there are only so many hours in the day. But it can be the best fit for you, especially if, first of all, you're right at the beginning of the journey. So I have a package called the Reimagining Success, of course, coaching package, one-to-one. We work together for 3 months, 90 days, one-to-one sessions, regularly checking in. I give you all sorts of exercises and resources to work on between sessions. We have regular contact between the calls as well, to really accelerate your progress and get you that clarity once and for all. So this is for you if you don't yet know what you want to do next. You know that it's not this. You know that you want to reimagine this next phase of your career. You're not sure if you do want to start a business or not, so you're not quite ready to get going with business plans and all that jazz. But you really want help. You want a sounding board, someone to ask you those powerful, probing questions. Lots of exercise really help you through this process, because let's face it, it's really easy to get overwhelmed, to get lost in all the different possibilities, to maybe dream too big at some points, but also to sell ourselves short and not give ourselves a chance and maybe limit ourselves too soon. So really big picture, imagining what could be possible, understanding what your skills and strengths are. We talk about your ikigai, all the ideas you could possibly imagine. So dreaming really big first of all, but then of course getting practical, pragmatic, defining your criteria, narrowing down, assessing your options, and giving you some really concrete, tangible next steps. So again, that's a 3-month program. Reimagining Success. We work one-to-one, and I take you through really concrete steps, step by step, through imagining, understanding, and exploring, right through to, okay, well, let's get down to business. And of course, the next step from that could be, hooray, I'm happy where I am, unlikely, or okay, now I know this is the kind of role I'm going to be going for, or oh, now I know I want to definitely start a business, and I can funnel you into my next program to support you with that, or we can continue working one-to-one. But that's the first package. So Reimagining Success, one-to-one coaching, and of course I'll be posting all the links below as well. But if you are interested in that, then just ping me a message. We'll get on the phone and we'll chat through what that could look like and when the best time to do that would be. Now, the second program I want to talk to you about, I hope that you've heard about. It's the One Step Outside the 9 to 5 Business Incubator. So this is my group program, my first group program I ever launched. That's been running for several years now. It's really comprehensively taking you from, okay, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do in my business, right through to this is exactly what I want. This is how it's going to fit into, everything else in my life. This is what's missing right now. This is the business model. This is how I'm going to monetize. This is how I'm going to build my brand. This is how I'm going to reach clients. Who are my clients? How will I attract clients? What are my packages, pricing, and so on? How do I get my website, social media, all that stuff up and running? And ultimately getting you from, I kind of have an idea, through to income. I'm making money with this business. I have a viable, sustainable plan for my brand and business that is going to give me this escape route from the 9 to 5. And that's a month-long program, really to recognize the work that's needed, but also to make it feasible to do alongside a full-time job or other corporate or contracting work, and recognizing that, inevitably in my experience, there are ups and downs. We start with all these, good intentions and lots of energy and race through the materials on the membership site, and then something happens, maybe we're ill or something in our family, and slow down a little bit, or maybe we lose focus a bit. And of course, that's why I'm there, and the group is there to help you through that. But I found it's really good to have a bit of space to be able to sort of go through those ups and downs, and that ultimately is what starting and running a business is going to be anyway, so it's good to get used to that. So it's a 12-month program. You can read more about that one at onestepoutside.com/9to5, so the number's 95, onestepoutside.com/9to5. Again, 12-month program. There's a membership site with lots and lots of video, audio, PDF content around my 5 pillars of a sustainable business, from reimagining success to developing confidence and resilience, choosing the right business model, building your brand platform that's going to really be effective in the long term, and then designing flexible work-life integration. There's all sorts of other bonus content. We have monthly live calls together. We have the Facebook group. We have WhatsApp and all sorts of things. So lots and lots of support to you, really. And of course, you get one-to-one coaching with me as well, I should say. So it's not just a group element. We really work one-to-one together. And amazingly, you get the support of the group. Again, other like-minded people working through the same process. So again, that's the Business Incubator. It's really my flagship program, as you might call it, comprehensive from idea through to income, possibly alongside your full-time job, or if you have already taken the leap and now you really need to look, I urgently need to follow a structured process and give myself the discipline to actually take action. I need the support, I need the guidance to get this business up and running. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble very soon. I'm going to run out of savings and so on. Then that's another option too. So either alongside your job or as a transition out of the job, or if you have already quit, it's a really good structured program to support you through that. So that's the Business Incubator. Now, the Business Accelerator is literally the next step from the Incubator. So some of you who have gone through the Incubator will then graduate onto the Accelerator, and it's lighter touch for a number of different reasons. So it's a maintenance phase rather than this intensive 12-month incubator when we're really working out what exactly is the business plan, what is the idea, who's the client target and all these things we just talked about, building that up to getting your first income, your first clients, the accelerator then is going to take that and consolidate it, get you to the consistent income and clients coming in. In some cases, perhaps you're a little bit further along, but you're wanting to pivot, you're wanting to introduce more passive, leveraged income streams to really build your personal brand, your thought leadership, and to perhaps improve your work-life integration, for example. So that could be the next phase. And for you, if you're graduating from the incubator, you're very welcome to join the accelerator if you're at that stage already, but it will be via application just to make sure we have people at the right level, so we keep sort of that higher level of discussion in the sessions. So you can find out about that and apply at onestepoutside.com/accelerate, onestepoutside.com/accelerate, and that's the business accelerator. So again, it's lighter touch, it's maintenance, it's assuming that you have the basics in place. There's a monthly training. We cycle through again the 5 pillars of a sustainable business, from really getting clear on your vision and revisiting that vision and tweaking the vision, making sure you're working towards your vision, developing your confidence and resilience, which, let's face it, is not just about that initial decision to quit, but really about ongoing showing up, swallowing your ego, reaching out to people, accepting that sometimes we've made mistakes and failures and so on, picking ourselves up again and keeping going and keep showing up even when we're maybe not seeing the results. Tweaking the business model, improving, pivoting if necessary, making sure it is still delivering the financial results we want, but also the vision that we have for our lives, for our businesses. Again, building, elevating that brand, really perhaps expanding to more channels, becoming more strategic and systematic in our social media strategy, and really building our credibility and authority, perhaps introducing a book, a podcast, and these more advanced channels as well. And finally, really making sure that the work-life integration is working. So, of course, initially we're building the business perhaps alongside a full-time job and contracting or whatever. Now we want to make sure, okay, now that we have those basics in place, how can we begin to transition towards the dream of working 3 days a week or whatever that looks like? So that's the Business Accelerator. Again, there's a monthly training, and I'll always check with the group, and it's a really great, fantastic group. Very active on LinkedIn as well. So here we have a LinkedIn support group. It's really more of a mastermind because we have people who have their own experience and expertise as well to contribute to each other. And the idea is really, as the group grows, that this will become a really fantastic network. We have accountability partners in there, but beyond that, you might discover that there's a graphic designer who you can work with, or a copywriter. And of course, we all love to support each other and support small businesses and entrepreneurs and in our community. So that's really fantastic. I'll always ask every month, are there particular topics that you're looking for support with? And then I'll tailor the content. And the idea is that you can stay in this for more than a year. So you can join and pay monthly, and you can be there, for as long or as little as you'd like. You can join for a year and get a discount, and many people choose to stay for several years. So we've been running now into our 2nd year, and the idea is that this is providing you with that support, constantly elevating. There's constantly going to be something new to learn, and each month, each time we come round to the new pillar, it's going to be new content. So it's not reinventing the wheel, it's a lot of consolidation, tweaking, immersing, building on, and so on, but it is going to be new content. So it's not that you do a 12-month program and then basta, you graduated from that. So again, monthly training, a monthly live coaching session, and the LinkedIn group there as well. We also do, and I should say this is very important as well, is the annual planning session. We do quarterly reviews of the previous quarter, so the previous 3 months, look ahead to the next quarter. Really powerful to actually go through this, set your goals, make sure you're really clear on the one thing that's going to make the biggest difference, the things you're going to start, stop, and continue. And then, of course, I'm there, the group is there to provide you with that support and accountability to actually get to those results and make sure you're taking those actions. So the quarterly review comes on top of that, and there's some extra content on the membership site there as well. So again, the Outsiders Business Accelerator, next level from the Incubator, is when you have the basics in place, you're looking to tweak, to pivot, to grow, to scale, to improve your work-life integration, to elevate your brand, and so on, so to take things to the next level. And again, you can apply at onestepoutside.com/accelerate. The final piece I want to talk to you about, because I know there are a few people in the community, increasingly so, who are more advanced, who've been following me for years and I guess graduating along with me as you've worked with me, or perhaps just followed along silently in the group, is if you're more advanced and if you're really looking for one-to-one mentoring, I do have a couple of spots each year now open for one-to-one tailored custom mentoring. So it could be on your personal brand, it could be focusing on things like getting you out there to speak, to write your book, to launch a podcast, and so on, really building your personal brand. That's been a big topic we've been focusing on. It could be helping you really on the topic of work-life integration, redesigning your schedule, making sure you're working smarter, not harder, and making sure that you're scaling, leveraging your time better, maybe introducing more passive income streams, moving towards more group programs and membership sites rather than only working one-to-one, raising your prices, perhaps beginning to grow more of a team as well to support you, outsourcing and delegating more. So these are the more advanced topics that we can work together. And those are packages, just a couple of people a year, because that's really working very closely together. You get my eyes and hands on your business, almost like a business partner, and really working on those refined messages that, you're past these stages of the group programs and the standard stuff. All that. Now you're really looking to elevate, to grow, to scale, to refine. So that, of course, is completely bespoke. Packages start at £6,000 this year. So do get in touch again. As ever, you can book a call and we can talk through exactly what that would look like for you. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Let's quickly recap. Of course, we have all the free resources right at the beginning of the session. We talked about the Facebook group, One Step Outside, onestepoutside.com/community. Monthly workshops, we've got the quarterly escape plan workshop series, and lots of engagement every day and ongoing support. We have the podcast, of course, with the weekly episodes every Thursday. So Reimagining Success on your favourite podcast app. We have the book, and now I've lost it again, Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5. If you're at the beginning of the process, that's a great place to start. I read a lot of books as I was beginning the journey. You can learn a lot, really immerse yourself and be inspired and get some really concrete tips. And of course, the website, there's a quiz on there, and there's all sorts of, of course, all the podcast library, previous blog posts, and lots of freebies as well at onestepoutside.com. So that's the free content. I really encourage you to get started there, and the YouTube channel, of course, where I'm putting more focus, and that's really a library now of all the video content that exists as well. Then we have one-to-one coaching. Remember, we've got the Reimagining Success coaching package. If you're really looking to work out what is that next step, how am I going to get this clarity, and what do I actually want? What am I good at? Can I do this? Big picture vision, but also then very concrete next steps in terms of how you're going to begin to transition in that direction. So that's the Reimagining Success coaching package. We have the One Step Outside the 9 to 5 Business Incubator, comprehensive 12-month program taking you with a combination of individual coaching, mentoring, and group program content, and lots of training content on the membership site, live calls and so on, right from the idea for your business through to transitioning out of your full-time job. So we do look at that roadmap as well of handing in your resignation and how to handle, building your brand on LinkedIn while you're still in the company and those kinds of sensitive issues. When is the right time and so on, as well as really getting that business up and running, beginning to build your brand, designing your week and so on, and making sure you're getting to your first clients and your first income so you can leave. So that's the Business Incubator. And then the Business Accelerator, which is the next level. So again, you can come in at that level if you are already at that stage, in which case you'll need to apply to make sure we get people at the right stage of their business. But otherwise, you'll be graduating into that from the incubator as well. And that's more ongoing maintenance, refining, tweaking, consolidating, growing. And of course, finally, I would love to work with you. I do love to work really closely with you guys, get my hands and eyes on your business, and really to give you tailored support, mentoring, coaching to help you with that next level of your business. If it's scaling, growing, leveraging your time better, working less, and whatever that looks like for you, I'd love to support you on that journey as well in the next stage of growing that brand and business outside of the 9 to 5. So I'll be posting all these links, of course, below for you to explore. The best thing to do is to book a call. So onestepoutside.com/free consultation, onestepoutside.com/free consultation. And in the meantime, of course, I'd love for you to dive into those other materials. If you haven't already done so, listen to the podcast, watch the workshops, join the live sessions. You'll really get a feel for my style, my personality, and my approach to these different topics. And that's so important when you're looking for which coach to work with. So really get to know me a little bit before we get on the phone, to make sure that you feel like, yes, this is someone who can help me. And I'd love to then be able to work with you and chat with you about how I can support you moving forwards as well. So of course, I will be seeing lots more of you throughout the year, but I wanted to share these opportunities to work with me. There may be some new surprises along the way during the year as well, but for now, these are the programs. Again, lots more information below. You can read all about it on the website. Best thing to do is book that call at onestepoutside.com/free consultation. In the meantime, whether you choose to work with me or go your own way or work with somebody else, I wish you every success, whatever that looks like for you. Happy 2021, and I would love to work with you very, very soon. Bye for now.